today's my last day right here in the United States.
I'm actually sad to say this, but today was my last day in America.
It's been called a soccer tournament that turned into an accidental tourism campaign. Since June, hundreds of thousands of European fans have landed in the United States for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and a huge share of the internet conversation isn't about the football at all. It's about gas stations, portion sizes, and strangers who won't stop being friendly. If you want more videos like this, go ahead and hit subscribe. This is turning into a series, and you won't want to miss where it goes next. The tournament itself is enormous by design. FIFA scheduled 78 matches across 11 American host cities: Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, the New York/New Jersey area, Philadelphia, the San Francisco Bay Area, and Seattle, with more games across Mexico and Canada, and the final set for MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Tourism economics. The travel data firm FIFA and host cities have leaned on for forecasting, projected roughly 1.2 million international visitors tied to the event, arriving after a rough patch for U.S. inbound tourism. The same firm had tracked a real drop in foreign visitors the year before, something researchers linked partly to global reaction to American trade policy at the time. The World Cup, they figured, would be a chance to reset that story.
The most beastly, big, black truck.
I found it.
Shana found it.
In Walmart car park.
That we have seen in a while. Look at that thing, man.
A ram. A big black ram.
That's the sort of truck that me and China both desperately want.
This stuff excites me so much, honestly. Can you see the love I have for American trucks?
Look at that.
I'm obsessed.
Whether it actually did depends on who you ask, and increasingly, that answer is showing up on TikTok rather than in an economic report. Coverage from outlets following the fan experience describes something close to a running joke by now. Tailgates, all-night diners, and stadiums fans have compared to spaceships. One roundup covering fan reaction across host cities describes social media flooding with videos of European supporters encountering ordinary American life, some amazed, some baffled, a lot of them stuck on the fact that a single gas station could apparently sell barbecue, camping gear, and dozens of soda flavors under one roof. That gas station, more often than not, is buc-ee's, the Texas-born travel center chain that seems to break something in the brain of anyone who didn't grow up with it. One Scottish visitor, quoted in a Fox News Outkick piece rounding up viral fan reactions, described it as a gas station crossed with Disney World wrapped in a gift shop, which is honestly hard to argue with once you've seen the wall of fudge. Would you rather have 20 gas station snack options or 4? If it meant everything else about the trip stayed the same, sit with that one. It comes up more than you'd think once you start reading these comment sections. Hospitality is the other theme that keeps surfacing, and it isn't just internet exaggeration. It shows up in on-the-record reporting too. Yahoo Sports, syndicating a piece from The Spun, reported that fans from countries including England, Norway, Switzerland, and Spain had arrived carrying a wary, media-shaped image of the U.S. and left describing something different. Supporters in Arlington, Texas, and other host cities filing home with stories that ran against what they'd expected before the tournament started. It's not that every interaction is a warm one, and skeptics online have pointed that out. Some UK-based commenters pushed back on viral portion-size videos specifically, arguing food sizes are creeping up in Europe too, and that a few creators might be playing up their reactions for views. That pushback is worth taking seriously. Virality rewards exaggeration, and not every clip is a clean measurement of anything. But the volume and repetition of similar stories across different cities and different nationalities is itself the more interesting data point. Which brings us to the part of American culture visiting fans seem least prepared for. How much food comes on one plate? This one isn't just vibes, it's been measured. Back in 2003, University of Pennsylvania psychologist Paul Rosen and colleagues from France's CNRS physically weighed meals at 11 matched pairs of restaurants in Paris and Philadelphia. Fast food chains, pizzerias, ice cream shops, ethnic restaurants. The average portion in Paris came out to 277 grams. In Philadelphia, 346 grams, about 25% more. It wasn't just restaurants. The same team found single-serving packaged foods ran bigger in American stores too. One comparison had an American candy bar sized well over a third larger than its Parisian counterpart. A follow-up study out of Brazil in 2024, working from self-reported data rather than a physical scale, found a smaller but still real version of the same gap between the US and France, suggesting the effect has persisted, if maybe narrowed, across 2 decades.
Here's your food. Is something wrong?
Okay, you haven't had the full American experience until you try the Walmart. Look, we're gonna find some interesting stuff today. I'm excited.
None of this is new to anyone who's ever ordered a small drink in an American movie theater. It's just rare to see it confirmed with an actual scale instead of an Instagram caption. The internet's running commentary on this during the tournament has been, predictably, a mix of delight and mild horror. One European visitor, in a widely shared Reddit post, put it simply, "The food culture is wild in the best way. Buc-ee's blew my mind, and ranch dressing should basically be a human right." Local Americans, for their part, have mostly responded with logistics advice rather than defensiveness reminders that leftovers are normal, that splitting a meal is allowed, and that requesting a mini fridge for the hotel room might be the single most useful tip a first-time visitor can get. Would you rather adjust to smaller portions on a trip abroad, or come home and try to explain American serving sizes to someone who's never seen them? That's the debate playing out in half these comment sections right now. Scale shows up outside the food court too. Visiting fans have documented highways that run wider than anything they're used to. Supermarkets, one commentator compared to the size of a small airport. And stadium infrastructure built for crowds that dwarf most European domestic grounds. Some of that is simple geography. The U.S. covers roughly 3.8 million square miles against a European Union footprint closer to 1.6 million, spread across a single time zone system for the contiguous states versus the patchwork of borders fans are used to navigating overnight by train. It's part of why a quick road trip between 2 World Cup host cities can quietly turn into a 6 or 8 hour drive that nobody budgeted time for. None of this comes packaged as pure hospitality and abundance in every account economic reporting on the tournament has been more mixed. Tourism economics themselves flagged that the pre-tournament dip in international visitors was tied partly to global perception of U.S. trade policy, and the White House's own messaging around the tournament, including public assurances from President Trump about a seamless entry experience for fans amid separate concerns about border enforcement, became its own story alongside the football. That's worth including here because a fair account of Europeans in the World Cup isn't just gas station awe. It's also visa lines, entry anxiety for some travelers, and genuine debate about whether the welcome matched the messaging. The fan reaction clips that go viral tend to be the positive ones, because those are the ones people enjoy sharing, but the fuller picture includes both. So where does that leave the actual question, has America changed European minds, or is this just a good highlight reel? The honest answer is probably some of both. The reporting is real, the quotes are real, the portion size study is real and decades old at this point, and the volume of similar reactions across different nationalities suggests something more than a coincidence. At the same time, viral content self-selects for extremes. A percentage of the loudest clips are almost certainly exaggerated for engagement, and a month of tourist mode enthusiasm during a global sporting event is not the same thing as a stable, informed opinion of a country. Both of those things can be true at once, and treating either one as the whole story oversimplifies what's actually a fairly interesting, fairly human moment. A lot of visitors encountering a version of America that didn't match what they expected, for better and for worse. Would you rather have your assumptions about a place confirmed on a trip or completely rearranged? Let us know in the comments, and if you want the next one in this series, covering more of the World Cup's cultural fallout, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. This video is a compilation and analysis of publicly reported news coverage, on-the-record quotes, published research, and publicly shared social media reactions from the 2026 FIFA World Cup, assembled for commentary and discussion. It reflects individual traveler experiences and journalistic reporting, not the official position of any government, team, or institution, and it does not represent the full social reality of any country. Viewer decisions based on this content are the viewer's own responsibility.